Okay, today we're going to use the Spectra precision laser. Take a look at that, 1242. I've had this laser for many years. Uh, I got it back in the recession when a contractor couldn't pay me and it was bad times, and that was a good dude. And he gave me this laser instead of money. So I just we all had to do what we could do back in '08, '09, 10, and 11. Anyways, there's a question as to these columns, the elevation of the base, and we're going to use the laser to shoot a mark on here and measure down and see if that what the difference is. So it's kind of a forensics. So let's set this up. We're going to use our hillbilly tripod. Trash can, piece of plywood. This particular laser is made for laying pipe, so it'll, if you want to take a look over here, we can put it at an angle and put it at zero. That's self-leveling, you can kind of hear it, and I can help it by following these arrows, and this way it's to the left, the other one is to, oh, it's almost there. Okay, it's level. So now it's shooting a beam out, a nice flat level laser beam onto everything around us in 360 degrees. So and this is going to pick it up. This is the receiver, this is the transmitter, this is the receiver. So we'll make sure it's working. We can pick that up. And there's level. Okay. So we're going to have a felt tip pen. Get it nice and close. I'm just going to use the laser itself. We don't need a pole and all that fancy schmancy nonsense because this is very simple. We're just going to put one little mark on the column and measure down. So we'll find it. There. There's level. I'll use the top right here. Down a little. There. A little dot right there. And we are down to the top of the trim base. We're down, we'll call it 23 1/4. Let's do the other one. See how far off they are. Then we can make guesses as to what happened and why the concrete guy was that far off. But first, let's figure out how far it was. 23 1/4 on that side. Okay. There's our level. We'll make our mark. Measure down. 19. So 23 1/4 and 19, 1, 2, 4 1/4 inches. 4 1/4 inches off. So 4 1/2. That doesn't make me think they were a 2x4 off. My theory is that they had their boxes for the concrete pre-built, like say 2 foot by 18, 16 by 16, whatever that is. They were pre-built 2 foot tall, but they set the footings at a different elevation. And there, who knows? There could have been a pile of dirt here, but they obviously didn't see it because they wouldn't have done that if they could stand back and see it. So I never blame anybody for screwing something up because you never know what was going on that day. So it's like, well, here, this is what it is. Now our answer, we're not the concrete guys. We're the masonry guys. Let's take a look at our work. This is what we do. But to help the contractor and the concrete guy and the framer, because yesterday they were out here to say, well, why don't we temp up, this is their idea, why don't we temp up the beam? Take a look at the beam. And temp up the beam, take the post out, and cut the concrete off. Either that or you temp up the beam and you add to the concrete. Either way, it's a lot of work. So our idea was to build a box up to the elevation of our veneer, our wainscot veneer over there, build a box, wrap it in stone, and pour a cap on it. So since we have the laser out, let's show everyone how we would find that elevation, like where to put our cap at. So I got my point right here. I can still see it. And then let's see if we have one here. And we'll get one here. Let me do this. Let me measure down to it while we're beeping. So we need to be 2 inches above that mark. So the top of our cap would be right there. And that would match our rock. So we think that's a pretty good idea. That you just build a box around these, we scratch it out, we put rock around it with a cap on it, and all that elevation problem goes away. So anyway, this is take one more look at the laser. Let me show you on here where you can set a slope if you want. Right here there's 1.1%. Now it's going to automatically go to that position, and that's for if I want to shoot in a ditch, dig a ditch and lay pipe in it. So let's see, we'll keep going up. See, now we're going to go. Let's go to 2%. Might take a minute. We're at 1.45, 1.5%. 7, 8, almost there. 2%. That's a good plumber's percentage. They don't like to go much. They can't go over that. Whenever I have to build anything with the plumbers, we always discuss the difference between 1%, 2%, 1.5%, blah blah blah. Theory is over 2, the solids get left behind and the liquid goes by, which is true. And under anything under 1%, it's too flat. So pretty hard to laser. But you can see how the laser adjusted itself, and it's spinning and it's sending. And we would dig the ditch kind of straight with our transmitter. Okay, well, so that's it for now. This is just a couple little different uses for the laser, and one of them, we're not in trouble. The masons aren't in trouble, but we are kind of wanting to help with these columns. Have a good one.